Hi there, Valerie and Kyle here on EchoSlam.
Imagine this for a second. You're maybe doing some renovations downstairs in the basement. You knock down a wall, expecting, just more wall, maybe some pipes. But instead, you find a hidden room. And that leads to a tunnel, and then suddenly, you're looking at an ancient city. A whole multi-level city, buried underground. Sounds almost unbelievable, like something out of a movie, right?
It really does, but what's amazing is that this kind of thing, well, it actually happens. These incredible lost cities are re-emerging and they're showing us forgotten bits of history, incredible human ingenuity.
Well, it's not just dusty old ruins then.
No, not at all. These are like vibrant snapshots of how people lived, how they built things, how they survived in really extraordinary circumstances, what they tell us about human resilience, about strategy. It's just fascinating.
Okay, that's amazing. So let's dive into one of these stories. You mentioned it actually happened.
Yeah.
Where did this particular discovery start? Not some big dig site, right?
Exactly. This one starts with a home renovation. In Turkey, in the Nevşehir province, back in 1963, a man literally knocked through a wall in his home and found this mysterious room, which opened up into this huge underground complex that was the discovery of Derinkuyu.
Wow. Wow. So how big are we talking? What was it for?
Oh, the scale is mind-boggling. It's not just a couple of rooms. Derinkuyu goes down 8 levels. That's about 280 feet deep underground. And it was designed to shelter maybe 20,000 people.
20,000 people. Underground.
Yes. Them, their animals, their food supplies. They had everything down there. Storage rooms, stables, chapels, even a school apparently. All linked by tunnels. It's like a masterclass in survival architecture.
That's incredible. I mean, how did they manage essentials like
Yeah.
air, water, and how did they keep it safe?
Well, that's where the real genius comes in. They had this massive ventilation shaft, about 180 feet deep. It brought in fresh air, but it also doubled as a well.
Oh, well, too.
And get this, people in the lower levels could actually cut off the water supply to the levels above them, to stop enemies poisoning the water during a siege.
Smart. And defense.
Huge stone doors, like giant millstones, basically, that they could roll across passages to seal them off. Plus, the tunnels were deliberately narrow, so invaders had to come through one by one. Easy targets. They really thought of everything.
How was this even possible to build?
The geology helped. It's soft volcanic rock called tuff, relatively easy to carve. It seems the Phrygians might have started it way back, maybe 7th century BCE, but it was expanded over time, particularly during the Byzantine era when Christians used it to hide from persecution.
Okay, from deep underground, let's talk about a city that for ages people thought was just a story, Troy. For like 3,000 years, Homer's Iliad was considered basically fiction, right? A great epic, but just a myth.
Exactly, that was the common view. But then things started to shift in the 1860s. First, a man named Frank Calvert, doing his own digging in western Turkey, got convinced he'd found it. Then Heinrich Schliemann came along in 1868, built on Calvert's work, and really brought it to the world's attention. And what's fascinating is, Troy wasn't just one city.
No.
No, it was layer upon layer. 9 distinct ancient cities built right on top of each other.
9 cities stacked up. Why there?
Location, location, location. It was in this incredibly strategic spot right between Europe and Asia, perfect for trade, a real cultural hub. That's probably why people kept rebuilding there. It was just too good a spot to abandon.
So finding Troy, or rather, the Troys, it sort of proves that some ancient stories have real roots.
Precisely. It shows us the tangible reality behind some of our oldest narratives. History isn't just text, it's buried underfoot.
Okay, let's shift gears completely. From underground cities and mythical ones to one lost under the waves, Thonis-Heracleion. For thousands of years, just a name whispered in a few old texts, and gone.
Vanished, yeah. Until it was rediscovered, quite recently actually, in the year 2000, found completely underwater about 4 miles off the coast of Alexandria in Egypt.
And what did they find down there?
Oh, it's incredible. Perfectly preserved almost, like 64 ancient ships, hundreds of anchors, gold coins, jewelry, and these colossal statues, some 16 feet tall, just lying on the seabed, an amazing glimpse into life maybe 2,300 years ago.
It sounds like an underwater Pompeii almost.
Yeah.
I heard it was Egypt's main port for international trade,
Yeah,
like an ancient Venice with canals.
that's a good way to put it. It had this complex network of canals connecting different harbors and basins. It was definitely the main gateway to Egypt before Alexandria really took over.
So what happened? How does a major port city end up underwater?
Well, the leading theory points to nature,
Right.
probably some combination of factors, maybe subsidence of the soil, rising sea levels, perhaps a major flood, or even earthquake activity, maybe late 2nd century BCE. Whatever it was, the city sank, Alexandria rose, and Thonis-Heracleion faded into legend until we found it again.
It's just amazing how these deep dives, looking into the past, can uncover whole worlds we thought were completely lost. Or maybe never even real to begin with. Makes you wonder what else is out there, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And connecting it all, these cities, whether buried or submerged, they're not just piles of rock. They're powerful reminders of human ingenuity, our ability to adapt, and just the sheer persistence of civilization. History is often hiding right under our noses, or, under the waves.
So thinking about that, what incredible secrets do you think are still hidden? Maybe just beneath our feet right now or out there in the deep ocean, just waiting for that right moment to surface and maybe change everything we thought we knew.